This is Level Up Success Podcast with Neff and Truth.
No, and I ask this question because it's funny because when you're like younger, like let's say you're in your 20s, you're not thinking about none of that. So we like and I blame that to our environments where we grow up in, like we're not getting educated on investing in your future. See, like for me, yeah, I did started like getting my business at the age of 24, which I got applaud for it. Everybody was like, congratulations, you're young, you're doing so. But little do they know, all I'm really doing is something that I'm already good at. So I was already good at selling. So I'm like, might as well get a store for myself, right? And but what happens is that like I'm thinking to myself, okay, I mean I have a business, so I could just have this and I'll be straight. It wasn't until I, got to the age of 30, 31 where I'm thinking like, you know what, man, I can't be selling phones forever. Like I love what I do. I love attending clients. I have a knack for what I do. But it comes to a point where it's just like, man, I can't live my life just working here. Like I need to work on having passive income, and show my knowledge to people. That's something else that I'm learning now. I'm like, okay, I want to show my knowledge to younger people that that are curious and wanting to learn in life what is that they want to do. Because like I said, we're living in a society where we don't like the way that the system is, like the school systems and all of this is not built for us to work on our future. It's built in reality, bro. And the more I see it, the more I'm realizing schools are built for you to have jobs.
Yes.
It's not building you for passive income. It's not building for your financial freedom. Now, in the same breath, it is good to have school because it does keep you structured. It keeps you organized. So, it's good and bad. It's up to you to determine, how you're gonna take advantage of what is around. You know what I mean? And now we have YouTube. So, so now you could learn like anything you want to learn now. You could learn it through you.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how
online.
much stuff you could learn on YouTube. Like,
and there's programs too.
yes.
And there's programs that you could take advantage of
that you learn.
Yeah, that people just don't take advantage of because I guess it's just not something that's suitable. It's not seen. You know what I mean? Like it's not promoted.
Yeah,
or marketed.
No, you're right because I got think I know it with the younger community. I could be wrong there. I think they all thought that since you're in your training, you should just enjoy your life until you get serious. But you also got to think about the future. That's another thing. And I don't see why they're going to enjoy your life and think about the future. They always keep them separated. That's the problem right now.
Well, the original quote-unquote contract was that you were going to be taken care of, like way back in the 50s. You were going to be taken care of after you did your X amount of years at the workplace. You had Social Security, you had pensions. That went away for the most part. But we still have people that believe in the old structure.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem.
Yup. Yeah. He had it right in the noggin.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's absolutely true because it was kind of like a promise or like like what in the 60s and 50s, what do you see more? Like, people, the white picket fence dream, right? You go to school, you get educated, then you work on your job and like you work for X amount of years and then you straight once you hit your 60 years.
Yeah,
it was like
65.
normalized. But now we're living in an age where it's like that's not working anymore. It's like what we're getting paid now is not with this inflation, it's not covering our means right now.
And what's key was that they're reaching the age limit. Like, at one point it was 60, then went up to 62. I think right now it's 65, and they want to do it to 68. Like, there's people that don't even make it 68, and they want to raise it. That's wild.
I think that's the plan.
I know it's the plan. You still want to say it. Oh, yeah, they keep raising it. Because they want to pay the Social Security.
It's
And
ridiculous.
pension, most companies don't offer pension no more.
Yeah. So if we could give if I could give an advice to the viewers, is like yes, go to school. We will never tell you not to do it because you do need that structure and you do need like you do need to like be part of the society. You want to be sociable because that is also a key component. But as you're going towards your career, if you find what you want to do, then work on how to get passive income. Whether it's through stocks, whether it's through real estate, whether it's if there's a business that you're passionate about and you want to go
side
forth
hustle
with.
that you have.
Yeah, so that is very important, and and it is it's something that we should talk about more. You know what I mean? Like
passive income. I think that we should really show our community to make sure you have some type of passive income just in case something happen. Because now it doesn't matter how good you are and any skill you have. No job is guaranteed. So I see people with mad skill who say job for any. Like you say, it could be ageism. Like I'd rather work with somebody young and pay less. And so.
It's a real
And that
thing.
sounds so fucked up, but it be like that sometimes.
no, and at one point, not anymore, because the women they fought for this, but at one point they will hire females because they know they could do the work for less because it's not. It wasn't on demand, which is why, like I know this part of the reason why a lot of women got together and they started fighting for, equal treatment, which now it is, right? Now females are getting paid the same as men, and they're being, it's something that's, like if it's an area where there's not much females, it's more likely for you to get hired now. So, it's something, it's changing as far as that.
No, definitely.
I wanted to say that, just to make sure that we got
Follow
that down
female listener.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so what let me ask you this, like we kind of get into this segment, right? Where I know we talked about it a little bit. But I also I like to ask it just to keep some sort of accountability, right, to our people, our guests that come in. So I see that you're investing in having your passive income. So if you had to structure it, right, like as far as a year from now, do you see yourself somewhere? Like, do you see a plan that you're envisioning 1 year from now, or accolade you could?
What do you mean by plan?
Like well, you're into you're doing stocks right now. You're doing like dividends, for example. And you're waiting to do real estate. Do you have any idea of when you're gonna get that? When is that gonna start? When
As far as real estate, that's dependent on market conditions.
Okay.
However, I think what you mean is, do I have a plan as far as a goal where I'm completely independent?
We could say yeah. So
where
because the ultimate.
where do you see yourself, I guess, in a year?
Yeah, because your ultimate goal is to be financially free. So let me just ask it in this manner: Do you know when this is gonna happen for you, or you just right now you're just waiting it out?
It's not a question of how many years. It's a question of net worth. So that's a better measure of when I'll be ready.
Okay.
So I can give you numbers. The ultimate goal is to have something like 8 million in net worth, because now, even at horrible 1% interest, you're getting enough to live in like a decent city. In the next few years, I would like to have something where I'm getting, using current interest and dividend rates. I would like to have something where I'm making enough to live in, say, Connecticut,
Okay.
right?
What part
decent-
of Connecticut are we talking about?
Somewhere nice.
Somewhere that I won't get shot.
All right.
Yeah, there's some good in Connecticut too. You forgetting.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad places out there.
Yeah. But yeah, it depends on, if you want to know what you want as far as a goal, find a place where you want to live, calculate the cost of living, and find out the current passive income rate, and then that's how much money you need. A year from now, I see myself going to work on Monday.
Yeah.
It's going to take me a while to get to that point. only because your job is not really designed to make you rich. So, and along with taxes, yeah, I make a lot of money, but you also get taxed at 40% or whatever. So you're not keeping all that. And then cost of living is increasing. Interest rates are increasing. And that's eating into any savings that you probably put in the bank. So, yeah. System's working against you a little bit.
Yeah, no, and it's been crazy because people that didn't work on investing, they're seeing it now because like back then you have your money saved, everything is going good, but then inflation just keeps going up little by little. It keeps creeping up, and then you come to a point where it's just like, man, like. Right now, to get a car is expensive, man.
A used car is expensive.
Yeah, compared to like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, but I find that funny. Yeah, with the car because, like you say, I heard like when you buy a car, it usually goes down in price.
Yeah, it goes down immediately.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like 3 years ago, I bought my car for a certain price. I was Google. The car is so expensive that my car is still worth the same. That's usually don't happen because of inflation. So, yes. And when like inflation, used car is too expensive. It went up like 15%, I think, or 10%. I was reading.
Yeah. Yeah,
Used
no,
car.
it's insane. Yeah, no, it is insane. Because, like me myself right now, I've been currently looking and I'm like, damn. Like, what's up with all these prices? Like, in comparison to like I said, like let's say before pandemic, in comparison to before pandemic, and now is crazy.
Yeah, I got lucky. I bought my car before the pandemic. Like I'm telling you, I was looking at my car. It's almost the same price. It's been 3 years. So, yeah, it's too expensive. It's just the inflation. I mean, I'm surprised the guy sits down right now.
Oh, let me. I mean, if you're talking about the pandemic, let me ask you this: like, as far as work, how was that? Like, what happened to you when
All right. So
pandemic time.
Pandemic time. Let's see. Should I go into this? Okay. So, and I no longer do this, but for a brief period during the pandemic, it was kind of a good thing because you don't have to. Well, actually, you were restricted and prevented from going into the office.
Yeah.
Which allows you free time to do things like passive income and do research on things.
Yeah.
That time that it took to get to the office was cutting into your personal time, your research time.
Yeah.
And some people, and I don't advocate this, some people found it even more of a boon where they could do what's called, I forgot the term, what it was called, where you have multiple jobs at the same time.
Yeah.
So you basically generate twice or in some cases 3 times the income. So now you're getting money from 2 different jobs, and your wealth is increasing.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a lot faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you take the extra income that you're getting from your second job or your third job, and you put that towards stock and real estate. So that's what a lot of people were doing.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people were complaining, and a lot of people they lose their jobs, but I saw like more entrepreneurship, like people doing their own thing during the pandemic. So I heard mixed things about how pandemic affected.
I mean, some people did succeed during the pandemic, even started their own business. They took a percentage. A lot of people during the pandemic who lost their job, especially if they lost their job. It's a good thing that thing happened to you, but there's people that lost their job but end up doing better because they end up doing something they like and being successful.
Yeah, I mean, look what happened to Evelyn, right?
Oh yeah.
So like she did get laid off her job, and she ended up doing her own business, and in the while she got into like Robinhood. She started getting into stocks.
Oh yeah.
So
actually, I think she was into stocks before that.
Yeah, no, she did comment that she was there before, but she started diving more into it when the pandemic hit, because she wasn't working
right
at the
right
time.
right.
So
yeah.
Shout out to Evelyn. All right. So But yeah. So basically, yeah. I mean, it's just a matter of where you were when that happened. Who were you surrounded with? Because we always talk about that. Like it's very important who you surround yourself with. Because you know, if you're, I give this analogy, right? I forgot who told me this, man, but this analogy that I give. If you're if you go if you live in an area where everybody around you is fishing, what are you gonna learn how to do eventually? Right? It doesn't mean you're gonna become a fisherman. It's possible.
Yeah.
If you're surrounded by fishermen, but you're definitely gonna learn that trait. You're gonna learn that skill. So, it goes with everything else. If you're surrounded by people who are just lazy, don't want to do nothing, then what's gonna happen is most likely, you're not gonna get the enough knowledge or enough confidence or whatever it is
Right.
to move forth. You know what I mean? Like you need to be surrounded by, the type of people that you want to like kind of emulate yourself to be.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're around bad vibe, como se dice, you could catch bad vibe or good vibe. So that's the thing. If you're around, like, maybe I shouldn't say that. I know a lot of, like, the thing with the PPP program. Yeah, I know a lot of people. Most of the people I know that would try to do it are people from in bad neighborhood. They're thinking eBay, I guess. But I know that was a stupid program. I think it helped nobody. But maybe I should not even talk about it. But yeah, there was people that were taking advantage of that, and now they're being investigated. Like even like when I did my own permit, since I did a little bit Uber, I applied for the other permit too. And I used that part of it too, but I had to show proof. Like I think I stopped to go. I got a letter from everybody that I know that do Uber. They got a letter after the pandemic happened. Oh, I need more proof that you was doing that. And man, I would just done it and I had proof. I would
I
be
mean,
screwed.
a lot of people got screwed, then, man. Because I can tell you that much.
No, because anyone could say I did Uber, so let me just apply for it.
Yeah, of course.
But it is what it is. But you gotta be careful. If I was around negative people, maybe I would have done the wrong thing. So
Yeah.
that's the point I'm trying to.
Yeah. Show me your friends. I'll show you your future.
Yep, there you go.
That's another good one.
Yeah. That's so cool. We actually got one of those in one of our showrooms.
I think it was Hobart. What's the name?
Huh?
Hobart.
I was the one that mentioned it, and I think it was when Herbert and Manny was here.
Yeah.
I mentioned that. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. So that's you can't put it better than that, man. It's a great quote. Yeah, man. So, all right, cool. So, well, let's get off a little bit about what are we doing with our future as far as financials, and let's talk about something else which is as important, which is hobbies, right? What hobbies are you into?
So as you probably know, I do a lot of salsa.
Yeah, well, that part we know. All right.
I'm struggling with bachata, and it's going very slowly. I do a little poker. I used to be a lot heavier into it, but as I got older and more stressful jobs, I kind of moved away from it. But I was pretty decent, particularly Texas Hold'em. Other than that, I do a little programming. And it's kind of a requirement for my job, so I don't know if you can call that a hobby still. But
If you like it, yeah.
Maybe you enjoy it.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, fine. It's a hobby. Video games here and there, but I'm slowly getting bad at everything else except work.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
So not really that many hobbies.
So you're not too much. You're a gamer, or you're not into it, or you like a part time.
So you can't call me a gamer because that requires you to have won something or be streaming something or be good enough at it where other people would like to watch you. That's what I consider a gamer.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, no, I'm not a gamer. I can play games. I can win somewhat, but it's mostly recreational.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, bro, I haven't played video games, bro, in a while, man.
Yeah, you kind of grow out of it.
Yeah, I never thought I would. It's crazy how that happens.
With me, I never to the new school games. That's the thing. I actually built like a small OPC, where I still play my old school. I'm old. Super NES game, and
Whoa.
Playing that retro game,
I
yeah.
love retro game. Yeah, like
Wow.
I'm mad into old school. I'm trying to see youngsters and anything old school.
You can play that on a watch now, right?
Yeah,
You just-
Yeah, right.
yeah, of course. PS1, I guess.
Contra was my game, man.
Who does say love contract?
You played Contra before?
It got boring when I learned the infinite code. So
Oh yeah, talking about the codes, there was something that you mentioned the other day. We were having a conversation.
Yeah.
This is with Liz.
Yeah.
Where I was talking about how the cheat codes, there's more cheat codes now than ever. But let me rephrase that. That's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say is that now people are more susceptible to it because they have online streaming. Back then, yeah, there were always cheat codes, but it wasn't accessible to everybody.
yeah, you needed to get a Game Genie or go buy the magazine that had the cheat code in it. or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
I had the Game Pro subscription, so
Yeah.
for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I love my electronic game monthly also, but damn, I'm old school.
I didn't even know about none of them cheat codes until Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, man.
That's
Yo,
the
that's
one
what
they
it was most used, man. Like, yo, they
But
abused.
GTA got the most cheat. You could change the whole game with cheat. GTA,
Yeah.
but no, I'm more into retro games. So if I still play once in a while, the only thing I play now is the Switch because they got a 2D game. So
Yeah, but yeah, like, just to emphasize the importance of hobbies. I mean, we've mentioned this before, but the importance of hobbies is, like if you're working and you're grinding and you're really like on it, right? You need hobbies to like keep you from insanity, because if you're just working all the time and that's all you're focused on,
That explains a lot.
yeah, you're gonna become stressed or you're gonna become depressed. Like all you do is work. You know what I mean? So that's why hobbies are very important and they're very needed to, to fuel somebody who wants to, get into a successful future, basically.
yeah, hobbies is really important. I don't think people realize how it is because some people might think hobby as a waste of. That doesn't sound bad. It's like a waste of time. There's some people that are so focused on work that like I don't have time for hobby.
I used to be like that. That was me, bro. Like I literally my hobby was playing video games. I got into my career. And at one point, I was just like, bro, I'm too busy. I don't want to play games no more. Like, I felt like, I'm an adult now. So let me just grind. And, yeah.
So let me ask you guys a question. Do you think it's better to keep the hobbies as something as a stress release or become good enough at your hobbies so that it becomes profitable?
It depends on for me, it depends on the hobby. Because one other hobby that I do is music. If I could make it profitable, I will continue that. Because on the side, I like making music and mixing. I haven't mixed because I haven't recorded nobody in a while. I stopped after the pandemic. But before that, I used to record artists once in a while. But yeah, it depends. I feel like, I don't know. It's up to you, but I think it depends, right?
Yeah, no, it does depend on the person and the craft, because it's like he said, like he does it. He hasn't done it because nobody has approached you in reality, right?
I stopped recording people because of the pandemic, and then I lost some of my clients.
Yeah, no, but that's exactly the point that I'm making is because that those clients are not susceptible, they're not around, so that's why that habit kind of plummeted.
Yeah,
but
the mixing part, yeah.
Yeah, but if you were to meet the right people and you see that they're consistent, now this hobby is gonna become what's gonna get profitable. So it really depends on the situation. You don't want to stress yourself too much on a hobby to make it a career, because then it's no longer a hobby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're thinking, so make it a hobby as something that's fun, and if you could profit from it, now you're doing something that makes you happy, and it's making you profit. Now you're living your dream, right? Now you have that sense of abundance and financial freedom, which is what people look for in reality, right? And and that was gonna come up to my next question, which was gonna be like, how do you define success? Like, what is success to you?
What is success to me? I think success to me is being able to do what you want without sacrificing. So being able to do what you want while being able to maintain an adequate lifestyle. So you can live without having to grind for somebody else that you hate, like a job that you don't like or something. Whether it be because you have a profitable hobby, like you said, or because you have enough passive income where you don't have to do anything. So either one of those can be defined as success.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Do you have any mentors?
I don't. Maybe that's a good thing. I
mean, it doesn't have to be a mentor, somebody that influence you in a good way, I guess, or took you. So I say took you to the right path. But, do you have somebody who help you like see things a good way, or who even?
Yeah, not like like somebody who probably like realized a potential in you. It could be somebody personal.
I mean, how can I not say my parents? It was almost like they believed in what I could do, even when I wasn't doing anything. I'm like, where's this faith coming from? This is just blind faith at this point. But no, it turns out they were right. Other than that, I don't really have any. I don't have any people that pointed me in any direction. I was kind of like just obsessed with one direction or another.
Yeah, it did kind of sound like that while you were, explaining, because it's like you went to school and then you just saw something that is related to what you're studying.
Yeah.
So you just went forth that. So yeah, no, I mean, I guess it makes sense. It makes sense. All right, so yeah, man. Now, you have any questions for us, right? I mean, I never really asked that, but it's a new season, so.
Any questions for you?
It's a new year, so.
I don't know. You guys seem to be doing pretty good. Why would I question you?
Awesome. All right, that's good. That's good. All right, that's awesome. And if anybody has any questions for us, please reach out to us. One other thing, right now, if there's anybody out there who's interested in getting a seat with us, you're more than welcome to reach out to us. Reach out to us on Instagram, Level Up Success Podcast, and we're looking forward.
Yeah, and before we end this, do you have like a website or social media or something that we got to promote or talk about?
Yeah, you could follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Frank Howard 199.
All right, and one last thing, I always tell to most of my guests, do you have any advice for our listener that you would like to give?
Yes, there is one thing that I would like to mention. Since a lot of your viewers may be working for a company, which is ideal, take advantage of your company's programs. So a lot of people don't put into their 401k. A lot of people don't participate in the employee stock purchase program. And they give you there's a built-in percentage benefit to buying company stock if you can through their program, because they give you at anywhere from a 5 to 15% discount off rip. Take advantage of 529s. If you can afford it, put at least a little bit of money in there, because that's just free money you're leaving on the table.
Yeah, especially the 401k. You could. A lot of people don't put that much, but I was doing it. I put a lot. It grew real quick.
Yeah. See, and that's why you have this.
It helped a lot.
Yeah, it does. It helps. All right. So, all right, guys. So basically, we out here to leveling up to success, and just want to give you guys a deuces.
Dudes.
All right.
Peace.
All right. Yeah. How you felt?